So it is that time of the year, and you might be asking me, what time of the year? It's Warped Tour time of the year. And if you don't know what Warped Tour is, I strongly suggest you look it up. If you like bands and you like going to like these big festivals that are really cool, then you just should look it up. But this video is going to be about like the Warped Tour, how to survive Warped Tour basically, and what to do and what not to do. And let's just get started. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to pack the night before, and you're going to be asking me, well, what do you mean by pack? Well, you're going to want a bag to put a lot of things in there. And don't think you're going to bring a purse, because you'll probably lose that, or someone will steal it, or it's just going to be a mess because you're just going to be carrying it. It's going to be falling off your shoulder all the time. So just don't bring a purse. I would recommend bringing a drawstring backpack, because those really do help a lot, because it's not a big bag and you don't want like to be carrying this big thing. So bring a drawstring backpack. This one's the one I wore last year to Warped Tour. It was really like not bothering me at all. I was just walking around Warped Tour like, hey, how you doing? By the way, you will also get a lot of free stuff while you're at Warped Tour, so the drawstring backpack will help. So for the first thing you want to put in your backpack is your ticket, because you obviously are just not going to get in without a ticket, so make sure you have your ticket. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have like 2 to 3 water bottles, because there is a limit on how many water bottles you can bring inside to Warped Tour. But don't worry, there is refillable stations. It's not the best water, but you know, you still get water. And unless you want to pay like $3 to $4 to get a new ice cold water bottle, that's you, but you know, you do you. Next thing you want to do is bring a hair tie, just because you're probably not going to want to have your hair down like for 13 hours in the hot sun. It's summer, everyone's going to be crowded, and it's just like so many sweaty bodies together. The next thing you want to do is bring your wallet, and I would recommend bringing like $60 to $80, because you might want to have merch, you know, if your like favorite band is playing or something, and you go to the merch thingamajiggy, and you're just going to want to have merch. And plus, to get in the parking lot, it's like $15 to $20, so it's just like you need your wallet. Now this one's optional. You can bring towels just so you can like wipe your sweat off, or you can keep cool. If you're fine with wiping your sweat off with your shirt, then that's okay too. I'd probably do the same thing. The next thing I really recommend, because you know, you just will look like a burnt chicken if you don't put sunscreen on for like the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's okay that while you're at Warped Tour you look like a white melting cake, because as long as you're okay, then it's okay to look like a white melting cake. Next thing you want to do is bring hand sanitizer. It doesn't have to be like those big bottles. I mean, don't over exaggerate it. Get a little hand sanitizer bottle, because unless you can hold in your pee for like 13 hours, then you're good. But I mean, remember, you're going to be in the hot, you're going to be drinking a lot of water, and eventually you're going to have to go to the bathroom, and the porta potties there are really disgusting, so you just want to wash your hands, but you can't, so get hand sanitizer. The next thing you want to do is bring a Sharpie and a book, and for that is because you will most likely end up running into someone who's famous, or someone who's going to want to sign something on your book. This guy last year came up to me and he told me to check his music out, and he gave me like these earphones, and then he was like, oh, you should check more of me out. He signed his autograph, and like not really, but like it was just like telling me to check him out, like go on his Twitter and everything. I didn't really check him out, and I feel really bad, but I'm gonna do that after this video, I promise. And everyone else should check them out too. We are forever, and like just check them out. Next thing you want to do is bring a travel size deodorant, you know, like those $1 ones from Walmart that are just like the small ones, just because you just don't want to be smelling super bad the whole time, so you can just pull it out and just be like, hey, I'm gonna smell a bit better. But I mean, yeah. Next thing you want to do is you want to pack a snack the night before. You can put it in the refrigerator, then take it out in the morning or whatever, depending on whatever you're going to bring as a snack, just because the lines there are really long to get food, and the food is kind of expensive, and it's just like a whole 30 minutes wasted. You can just take your little snack that you made out and then just eat it, and then it's just like a quick 2 to 3 minutes and you're good. So you can just go to the next concert or whatever. This one I really recommend bringing too. Just bring a portable charger just in case, because your mom's going to be calling you, or just, you know, you're going to want to be checking the band's Twitter or taking pictures and small little videos, because it's Warped Tour and you're watching your favorite bands. So just bring that. This is also optional. You can bring canned foods. It's like 3 to 5 canned foods, and they'll give you a wristband. And what that does is basically you can just get in the line faster and like the line is basically like shorter, so you can just get on campgrounds faster. And I just mixed my words up, but that's okay. You can also bring a $5 donation. You'll get the same wristband, you'll get in the same line, and it's just, yeah. So it's the morning of Warped Tour, and well, what you want to do is make sure you eat breakfast, make sure everything's in place, and well, you just got to make sure you have all your money, your phone is fully charged, and you're just ready to go to Warped Tour. Saying make sure you eat breakfast, it's the most important meal of the day. Well, for Warped Tour, it's the most important meal of the day because like you will seriously pass out and die, and just everything will happen if you don't eat, so eat. So you are now at Warped Tour, and I'm here to guide you and to tell you what to do while you're there. The first thing you want to do when you're there is to get a timesheet from one of those people that work there. There's probably going to be like a whole line of like the people that work there that they're going to be selling the timesheets. They're only $2, but I really recommend getting them because they do help you out a lot, and it just tells you what time all the bands are going to play, what stage, and in the back there's a map of like the whole like campground thingamajiggy, and it's just really helpful, and you will need that, so make sure to get that. You can also go take a picture of this inflatable wall, but it will be crowded because there's going to be a lot of people like trying to reach for it, so most likely you will get like arms in the picture. So I just rather spend like $2 on this timesheet, which is really helpful, and I mean memories, man. While you're there, you also want to try to discover new bands, because I discovered a new band last year and they're pretty awesome, and then just to look back and be like, hey, I discovered you guys at Warped Tour, it's kind of like just cool because you're just like whoop whoop. Next thing you want to do is keep track of your stuff. Make sure you don't leave your stuff with anyone, because chances are they won't really like, they won't keep track of your stuff, or you know, just things like that. When you're watching a band, you just want to make sure that there's no one like trying to dig in your backpack, because sadly there's people like that, and you just want to watch out for that, and then just have the time of your life because it's Warped Tour and you're watching your band and it's like, hey, whoop whoop. Other things I cannot stress enough is to drink water and put sunscreen on. I already said that, but I know there's going to be those people who are like, oh, I don't care. Trust me, you will need water, you will need sunscreen. Remember, look like a white melting cake, because it's okay to look like a white melting cake. As long as you're okay and not looking like a burnt chicken for the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're fine. Next thing you want to do is live in the moment, and what I mean by that is don't be taking videos and pictures like every second, because that's what I did last year, and I kind of regret that. Like I don't, because then I look back at all the videos that I took and it's just like, oh my god, I actually lived that, but I didn't really live in the moment. I wasn't jumping with the crowd, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is happening, because I was too focused and like too stiff making sure I got everything, and it was just like I didn't really live the moment. Like everyone's gonna believe you that you went to Warped Tour. Take pictures, take videos, just don't do it for the whole time, because then you just don't really live the moment and you just really want to do that. So make sure you do that. Respect others. Pick people up if they're like hurt, or if you go in a mosh pit, make sure no one falls. Don't really like hurt anyone. If there's someone like passing out, make sure you help them out, and just be friendly to everyone, because you know, yeah, just why not? Warped Tour is all about being friendly, because people there are really friendly, trust me. Like there was so many people last year that tried to help my friend when she passed out, and it was like really amazing. Like I was like, you guys are so nice. Like it was the cutest thing ever. Next thing you want to do is just have fun and try to meet as many people as you can. You know, just like run around and go moshing, and then like crowd surf, and then jump on the stage if you have to. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just gonna leave now. But for real, try to have so much fun, meet people. I mean, there's a 95% chance that you will meet people, because it's just like they're everywhere. They're either at their tent or they're just walking around, because I mean, it's Warped Tour, and who doesn't go and watch bands? Yeah. The last thing I have on this list for what to do is check out your band's Twitter to see if there's gonna be a time where they go to their merch tent, because they will be signing stuff, taking pictures, and it's just kind of cool, because even if you're just there like, oh my gosh, they're right there, and you don't really get to meet them, at least you're like 10 feet away and you're just like, hug me, but you can't, but at least you're there. So you get, that is the time where you like take a lot of pictures and videos. Like live the moment, but live it right, and make sure you're taking pictures, because you're like 10 feet away from the band member. You're just like, oh, love me. So yeah, make sure you check their Twitter every once in a while, because sometimes they will tweet out that they're going to be at their tent at this certain time, and it's just something you want to do, so you're welcome. Now for the last part of this video, the do's and the don'ts. Because there's a lot of do's that you don't do that you should be doing, and there's a lot of don'ts that you do and you shouldn't be doing, and it's just all crazy, and it's just like, oh no. So the first do you want to do is be prepared when entering Warped Tour, and that's just basically staying organized and making sure you know where you're going and everything, and just like be prepared to know, all the things you're going to be doing. It's just like the normal things you should be prepared to do when you're at a concert. Next thing you want to do is bring sunscreen. I know this is probably like my third or fourth time saying this in the video, but bring sunscreen. You will need it. I was peeling for like a whole week or something because it was just crazy and I didn't listen to anyone and I just didn't put a lot of sunscreen on, and you will need sunscreen, so put sunscreen on all the time, every hour, hour and a half, and you will be good, I swear. Wear closed-toed shoes, like comfy shoes and everything. You can wear Converse, you can wear Vans. I mean, I would suggest Vans because, Vans Warped Tour, but as long as your feet aren't going to die by the end of the day, then you're good, and we don't have to take you to a foot hospital because you decided to wear sandals at Warped Tour for some reason. Make sure you know where you're going, and that's a big deal because then you just won't know where you're at, and then you're going to be lost and you're not going to know anything. So just know where you're going, and that's why I strongly suggest getting the timesheets. There's also a map in the back of the timesheet, so make sure you get that because just so you can know where you're going so you don't get lost and you're like, oh no, help me. Make sure you stay with your friends. I mean, I don't know who's not going to want to stay with their friends because then you're just going to be like that loner at Warped Tour, like, oh yeah, I have no friends, so I'm just going to shimmy my way inside someone's group. Like, it makes sense, make friends, yeah, but like, just, I don't know. Make sure you have your drawstring backpack on at all times. Do not take it off, and you will just need it. I mean, you're not going to lose it. If you lose it, then you seriously have like problems or something, but as long as you keep it on the whole time, you're not going to lose it. The last do I have is you want to circle all the bands you want to see and put them in order on what time everyone's going to be playing so you can just stay organized, and then you're good for the rest of the time because you're like, oh yeah, which one was the next one, and then if you don't circle them, you're just like, then you have to go through all the times and see which one's next, and it's just all a disaster. So make sure when you first get there you circle them, put them in order, and then you're good to go. By the way, at Warped Tour there will be some times where, like, say you have two favorite bands and they play at the same time. It's gonna suck, I know, but you're just gonna have to live with it, and maybe you can go like 15 minutes in one band and another 15 minutes in the other, and then you're good. So do that. Now for the don'ts. These are only a little bit of don'ts, so bear with me and we are almost done. Don't wear flip-flops. I already said that because you will die, your toes will die, and it will hurt. And just don't wear flip-flops. Make sure to wear Vans, closed-toed shoes, and then you won't have to go to a hospital where they fix your feet. Don't worry about doing your hair or makeup. Trust me, I'm that person who teases my hair. I'm that person who puts hairspray in my hair. I get it, but I mean, by the time you're at Warped Tour, your hair is going to be all down because of the sun and the sweat and everything, so there's really no point of teasing your hair or putting hairspray. Also, along with your makeup will start running, and it's just not something you want. You won't be as pretty because you will look like a clown, and I don't think that's really necessary to be doing at Warped Tour. But, unless they hire you to be a clown for Warped Tour, then you do you, man. Don't wear body piercings or earrings. I mean, I don't really know why you would wear earrings. I mean, if there's like those gauges, you can wear those, I guess, and those like little studded ones, that's what they're called, right? I don't know. But I actually have a reason for not wearing body piercings, because last year my friend, she wanted to go on this slip and slide that they had because she was getting really hot and dehydrated and everything, and she just wanted to be in water, but she couldn't because she had a belly piercing, and when you're like going in the slip and slides, you have to like go on your stomach in a way because you have to slide, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Now this last one, you don't have to worry about getting dirty or sweaty. Seriously, everyone is in the same place as you are, and you just don't really have to worry about that. No one's going to be paying attention to the way you smell, the way you look, or anything. So just keep moshing, keep crowd surfing, and just woo! So that was it for today's video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe, and you can tell me all these other things you want me to do for like more videos, and I'm always here for you for any tips or if you just like, I don't know, I'm always here. But if any of you guys are going to Warped Tour, let me know. It's a really cool thing, and just like let me know, share your experience or something. Like, it's gonna be awesome, trust me. And I hope you guys do end up going to Warped Tour if you do like bands and stuff. I really recommend going, and you know, yeah, it's the funnest thing ever. So I will see you in my next video. You do you, and just be cool and have fun at Warped Tour. Bye.